Hello and welcome to the Case IH Axial Flow 250 Series Combine Operation Guide. In this video we shall be looking at the multifunction handle, its functions and operation. The multifunction handle is located within the control arm and the handrest can be adjusted for comfort. When the lever is in the middle of its slot and can be moved from side to side, the ground drive will be in neutral. Push the lever forward and depending upon the gear selected and engine throttle position, the combine will move forward. Pulling the lever backwards from neutral will reverse the combine. If road mode is selected, excepting the header up-down switch, it will isolate the switches on the multifunction handle. The red quick stop button on top of the handle will stop the feeder and header drive, the reel drive and vertical knives, header resume height control, powered feeder face and knife position, the unloading auger, and the unloading tube swing. The main button in the center of the handle controls the manual position of the header up-down and the header tilt left-right. Press the top of the switch to lower and the bottom of the switch to raise, and of course left tilt and right tilt. The second button to the left of the handle manually controls the position of the reel. Press the top of the switch to lower and the bottom of the switch to raise, and left to move the reel forward and right to move the reel aft. Going clockwise around the handle, the next switch is for dual drive unloading system only and is the off-on button for the grain tank cross augers. Pulse the yellow button to turn on and off the full unloading system. However, while in operation, pulsing the cross auger button will turn off the cross augers. Pulse again to turn back on. This gives control for topping up grain carts, for example. Pulse the yellow button to turn off the whole system. The upper middle button is the unloading auger swing. Press once on the left to swing out. Press once on the right to swing in. You can stop and start the swing at any time by pulsing once again. The next switch is the feed rate control button. If your combine has the feed rate system, proceed as follows. The first time in each field or in each new condition, drive the combine forward while harvesting and find a speed comfortable for the setup and operation. Press and hold the button for approximately 2 seconds until the hourglass on the top left of the screen appears. The system will then calibrate and then take this as a datum from which to work. When the feed rate control icon appears, feed rate control is on. If you move the handle fore or aft from this point, the feed rate control will go into standby. To turn it back on, just move the handle roughly to the same position as before and pulse the feed rate control button once. Please watch the feed rate control video for more detailed operation. The button directly below this is the AccuGuide steering system on button. With the master switch in the roof on and the guidance system set up, as you go into work, pulse this button and let go of the steering wheel. If you move the steering wheel, the AccuGuide system will be on standby, and the steering will be in manual control. The button between these last two on the left is the header resume button. Pulse once to go into the saved cutter bar and reel working position. Pulse again and it will go into the second saved position. Pulse again back to the first, and so on. Several of these controls have a secondary function. These functions can be realized by pressing and holding the shift button at the back of the multifunction handle, then operating the appropriate button at the same time. The secondary functions are as follows. Operating the header tilt switch will effectively nudge the combine AB line 10 centimeters per press to the left or the right accordingly. This helps the AccuGuide system stay in line with lower accuracy satellite steering signals such as EGNOS, especially due to geostationary satellite drift during the day. It is not normally required with higher accuracy signals. Operating the header raise lower switch will move the feed rate control datum point faster or slower for each press. See the feed rate control video for more details. Operating the reel fore and aft switch will do one of two things depending upon the screen setup. Normally it will move the cutter bar knife out and in. If your combine has a hydraulic faceplate on the feeder and it is turned on, then instead of moving the knife, it will tilt the faceplate forward or backward. The secondary function on the unloading auger swing switch will manually control the angle of the unloading chute up and down from its preset unload angle. This is very helpful to fill the cart far side and near side as required. The Headland turn mode is selected using the header resume button. This will raise the header to just above the maximum working height setting. Adjust the loss saving fan and sieve settings. Turn off the feed rate control, area meters and data monitors. Press the header resume button to return to work and all normal settings. So, in summary, after a Headland turn, line up and move forward, pulse the header resume button, pulse the auto steer button and release the steering wheel, move the multifunction handle forward to near work speed and pulse the feed rate control button. Sit back and observe the operation, adjusting as necessary. Of course, the control arm and control screen are subject to separate videos. However, always remember that more comprehensive information regarding the controls and their functions can be found in the operator's manual, which should be read prior to harvest operations, maintenance and repairs. Thank you for watching and have a great season.